Oh, who is this? Gregory. Good afternoon. Welcome to perfect afternoon and sunny weather. It's so beautiful. You go outside and your breath feels like it's the same temperature of the air. Just ideal. Little bit of breeze. Strangely warm. But then it's just not December yet, so maybe it's a little bit too warm. Have you watched Vendée Globe? The boat race. This is the biggest boat race in the world. One skipper, one boat, no assistants. All around the world, non-stop. Good. They're approaching now the Tenerife, Canary Islands. Temperatures are increasing, so they are taking off their clothes. It's not as cold as in France. The Les Sables d'Olonne, where they started, was very chilly. No, really. Yeah, it's really exciting. Japanese sail skipper. He got some lines broken on his boat, but he couldn't do repairs because the winds were too strong. I think the English guy is in the lead now. What type of ship? It's a IMOCA 60 class. Those are the specifications, and you can build your ship to that specifications if you wanna take, any participation in these kind of race sports. What kind of boat is it? It's 18 meters long boat. Mast is around 29 meters. They have multiple sails, at least 4 or more. Very pricey to buy one of them. You are looking on average maybe $6 million to $8 million per boat. So lots of companies sponsor these guys, and this year the fleet was the largest. There's even Chinese guy without a hand. See, he lost hand because due to a firework accident in China during Chinese New Year. And yesterday he twisted his ankle on the boat. So, but he's still there. He's still holding on. Yeah, it's really crazy. There's another guy. I don't remember who. Probably a French guy. Most of these guys are French. Who has a leak now in the boat, and he's pumping the water out now, but he couldn't fix it because of the rough ocean. It's really fun to watch this. I don't know if you like watching some sports. It's completely different. The whole beginning was very, very nice. The whole thing starts at 4 a.m. in the port, and people are coming in. Tons of people are getting seats and viewing spots along the channel where they exit onto the ocean. How does he sail solo? Yeah, I don't know. I guess you just need one hand. I don't know about the leg, but it's incredible. The oldest guy is 66 years old, and he's the veteran. He's like coaching everyone. because he's been in this Vendée Globe for a very long time, and I think he did at least six times. And this is now the 10th edition. And then the youngest girl is a student, I think from France. Her name is French, and she's only 23. She must be really, really scared and anxious because she has never, done this kind of a race before. Yeah, if you look, they have an official website. It's in English and French. You probably have to switch between the languages. And also there is an official YouTube channel where all the live transmissions of the beginning and the start of the race are recorded, and you can just go there and watch it from the beginning. There's lots of stuff now because every now and then these skippers are reporting back. So there's like a huge playlist of on board, and some of them they don't look good though. At the beginning everyone was crying, like you have all the families coming and saying goodbye to you. It's so emotional. But also when it's rough, you never stop this boat, and when it's rough it's just my gosh, you can barely sleep in there. I heard they take 20-minute naps and then maybe go for hour and a half or so. I guess everyone has different strategies to keep sane. It's Western France. Then they go south, then they go around Antarctic, and then they come back. So that way. How long is this race? Well, till you finish. They will be coming back next year, I think around spring. Now the record is 76 days. But that's the record. The estimation is between like 80 to 100 days. And there were also some people who never came back from this. One Canadian, they have never found him. And there was one British guy, he drowned. So this is like they call it the Mount Everest of the oceans. It's very crazy stuff, The amount of food they have on those ships, you have to pack everything and label week by week what you're gonna eat. Everything is freeze dried. I bet there's at least ton of, 50 kilograms, 500, half a ton of maybe food or close to that. Or and then the rest is equipment. So I think the weight matters. Yeah, it was really funny because when the beginning, night is still night. The skippers come out, and they go out of port, get on their boats, get out of the port to the ocean, and then they wait, 4 hours for the start. So there's always, cameras on them, and everyone is dressed in, these sporty clothes worth probably thousands of dollars. Those special raincoats. So the Japanese guy, he comes, he's dressed in Japanese hakama. Now it's like a traditional style kimono from the 7th century for the archers. And then he's also carrying a practice wooden sword, for kendo, that kind of practice. And then he bows in front of the trophy. It's really funny. Everybody does weird things around the trophy always at the beginning. And the Chinese guy, he also came in traditional Chinese clothes. Not sure if it was the fisherman special clothes or just or an ordinary special folklore kind of outfit. Everyone had their own style. Yeah, you know, they have a radar, but there are lots of collisions. There's lots of collisions. They were referring yesterday about one guy from last race. It was just the first day he collided with a ship. So, you know, these things I think are not perfect to give you alarm. It's very loud on that boat if you go on with the wind. You probably, if you use the earplugs, you might not be able to hear everything. I remember in the past few other races they collided with garbage in the ocean, leaving them with really huge holes in the hull, water leaking. Man. And then there were crazy storms, like when you approach like the Cape Horn, like over there, you know, in the south. That is crazy over there. Absolutely, like, you know, I don't know, 7-meter waves or something. Incredible. Sometimes, you know, the masts, this 29-meter mast, there was one girl, I think maybe it was Australia, she completely, her mast broke and she was just crying there. It was terrible. At least now, you know, there's Starlink, so they have much better connection to the internet than ever before. There are lots of cameras on inside the boats and outside. They send, you know, some nice messages. Hey, we're still alive. That kind of stuff. Or it's freezingly cold, or I haven't slept. You can tell it, like the guys who try to not to sleep much. They look like not in their best yet. I don't know what happens after, you know, many weeks. Maybe you just get used to it. But yeah, this race is really hard. My gosh, the 23-year-old girl, I wonder how is she gonna take it? If she's chosen for this, she must have trained a lot. They also sometimes complain about food. You know, if you don't, all the freeze-dry food is, you know, like a soup pretty much. You don't bite much. So after a long time, you will lose the ability to bite. Your muscles in your jaw will atrophize. And I saw people with nuts and raisins, you know, all those high-calorie packs as well. Are there help boats? No. That's against the rules. This is completely non-assisted race. This is what makes it really exciting. They have engines, of course, on board, but the engines get sealed when they start the race. So they are not allowed to unseal it unless it's emergency. But again, you know, you cannot get far away on the engine. I don't know, maybe you can, maybe not. But you know, probably when you compare it to the total distance, which is 45,000 kilometers, yeah, I guess, you know, that fuel maybe doesn't matter much. But still, you know, they have it sealed so that everything is fair. Ah, it's exciting. So exciting. There's even I was watching it, and there was the guy from Canada, Quebec. You know, he speaks. Everybody says your French is so strange, but he decided to come and volunteer just for this event. So he was like scanning the IDs. Hilarious, right? The guy just came, from Canada just to have fun. And yeah, lots of videos on YouTube. Some of them are in French, and there are also translations or separate English versions. It's really nice that they do the English, except the Japanese guy who speaks Japanese, so they just translate it with subtitles. If there is internet or satellite radio, one can call. Yeah, they can call for help, but then you're out of the race. And I mean, it could be like your ship gets damaged or something. Then how do you call for help? Anyway, they are tracked by GPS, so there is some location, but it might be, if you get lost on the ocean and your tracker goes down, it's almost impossible to find anything. Yeah, it's a fun thing. I spotted this somehow maybe 15 years ago, at least 3 editions back, and then I realized, wow, this is crazy. How come I've never heard of it? How come no one's watching it? And then I realized there are all these crazy sailing people who watch this. And the best part was that it was on the on the YouTube, and you could see the recaps and stuff. Now there is much more of the video, so that's great. It's much more entertaining than having some just reading the news or messages from them. I think few editions back, 8th edition, I remember there was one guy who was biting. I think he was eating his snacks like nuts and stuff, and his tooth has broken. I don't know, he lost a crown or his tooth broke. I think his tooth broke, and he was so sick, like he had to take the medications from the first aid kit, and then he took a glue and he tried to glue his tooth together so that he can still eat or function. It's incredible. No advertising. All the boats are plastered with advertisements. So they're either the team name or the advertisement. The girl that's 23 years old, she has McDonald's all over her boat. I mean, it's incredible. And these boats are already on sale. Like after when the race gets finished, you just sell your boat to cover your debt. They said. Yeah, I mean on YouTube, I don't know if there's advertising. I never see it. Maybe, I'm sure there is, but it's probably local stuff. Maybe it's like some names suggest cosmetics companies, whatever company sponsors them. The guy from Japan is DMG and Mori. I know Mori is like a big construction company. They build skyscrapers. Maybe it's that one. The race was never on any news feeds. I could never find it anywhere. It's one of those good things that is not like corrupted by media, like Olympics or anything. Like people are so scared you're gonna steal their news feeds and stuff. This stuff is fully free on YouTube. Every live, every bit of it. Every morning there is a section where they discuss weather and what happened to what, and there's some interviews with people on board. But other than that, it's really nice to watch. Like nothing Nothing that, like Olympics, where you cannot watch it because you didn't pay anything. So I like it really a lot. It almost reminds me of the Olympics when they opened. The openings and closing when they were on that river. It's sort of like that. But then you can see all these locals coming there out of their houses or watching from their balconies. All the houses look so old, like they have red roofs, tiles. It's like completely different world. It's really cool to see like modern ships and this old town in France. So I guess, uncorrupted sport yet. But heck, is this ever expensive? Where do these people get money and sponsorship? If you want to enter, the entrance fee is $20,000. $20,000. I wish somebody paid for me. I would go for it. I would train for the next one. It's every 4 years. It's like the soccer cup, World Cup. Yeah, exactly. And it's so nice, people look so friendly on that. Like there was this president of the Vendée Globe, and he was so nice. He was like, saying goodbye to all the people, all the skippers, leaving one by one. I think it took 3 hours to like say goodbye. Very, very friendly looking guy. There are also books for sale, the merchandise. I'm sure they need to make some money out of it. TV is actually nice. They have a TV studio there set up. I never seen Formula One racing. But I'm sure it's more fun than politics. Yeah. Every day is something happening. That's the excitement of it. Like some unexpected things you would never think. There was this one guy, like it was 1 hour into the race, he realized he had some rope stuck to the keel of his boat, and he had to go back to get that removed. Then he came back because I think you have maybe 4 hours according to the rules. If you do anything else, you get penalized or something. There's something like that. He got it fixed, and he's now, I think, in the lead. I think it's the same guy, the English guy. Formula One is on TV. Yeah, Vendée Globe I've never seen on TV. I mean, I don't have a TV, so I wonder if there's some kind of a channel, but I doubt. They seem pretty like internet oriented more. We'll see what happens. And it's really, cool because if it's raining, it's really miserable. It's all wet there. It's like Mount Fuji when it's cold and you just sit there and try to puke because it's lack of oxygen over there. You must be, ocean, I mean, what do you call it? Sick from shaking on the water sick? No? I heard the Japanese guy gets motion sick on the water. How did he become the sailor? And I heard the Chinese guy without the hand, he's the best sailor in China. Incredible. So I guess even if you are motion sick, you can still sail. Yeah, Formula One has an app. You know, Van der Globe has an app too. So yeah, you can download it. It's sort of the same things that as on the website through the computer. And you know, it gives you the ranking, tracking, where they are on the map, what kind of weather is there currently, what the speed is, their news. Sometimes like photo galleries, if somebody has time to take photos, they post it there. Or some, you know, reports of troubles. Some people are just overjoyed. It's the first day and I'm still in the race. No trouble. Some are like really, they couldn't sleep because when at the beginning of the race they are everywhere, like, you know, in a cluster. The whole fleet is not that far away from each other, so they have to really be careful not to hit their competitors by mistake. So you cannot really sleep, I think. Why would someone who has... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe after so long it just goes away. I'm looking forward. What will they do for Christmas? Christmas is just funny stuff. Christmas is like they change into Santa suits, outfits. These trees are beautiful. Santa outfits. Maybe they put some decorations or Christmas trees inside their boat. We'll see what happens. There's always some funny stuff. When they were leaving, you know, few people were dressed up as some, I know, pirates or something, or some famous sailor from the past. There's always some crazy idea. I mean, you know, can you stand on a platform that's 18 meters long by who knows how wide, but not so wide, for like 3 months? Then you just have to do something to not go crazy. It will be very boring and monotonous, and your food is the same, and there's nothing to do but to sail, and you have to have energy. You cannot get tired, but you are tired because you cannot sleep, so you have to take these naps. Japan is still green. Yeah, I know, because it's so warm. I mean, in here it's kind of green because, like, that tree, for example, will not lose leaves for the winter. But you know, that oak over there, that's very nice yellow already, and maples are turning colors right now. It's at the end of this month is like the usual change of colors for this area in Tokyo. And of course, you know, this happens in the mountains much earlier. If you are adventurous, you can go and have a ride in the mountains to enjoy that, or you can wait till it arrives here. And of course, southern Japan has it later than the northern Japan, which already has finished probably. So, no fishing? Good question. Oh yeah, I saw once a photo that the guy caught the flying fish and he held it in his hands in front of the camera. I'm sure there must be something. But if you are just going very fast, what kind of fish can you catch, right? Something by mistake, maybe. Yeah, can you imagine if you could catch a fish? You would be like, oh my god, that's fish. But then, you know, they don't have really. Their kitchen is like 50 centimeters big. That's all. There's no space. There's no refrigeration in there, so I guess you wouldn't be cooking. Look at this maple. Ah, looks nice. Mount Fuji has. Actually, Mount Fuji doesn't have any snow. Mount Fuji had snow like 2 months ago or a month ago, and it melted right in like 6 hours. And then the weird people spread the news about Mount Fuji, but after the news comes out, the snow has melted a very long time ago. So now no snow yet. Real snow. Too hot, and you need rain for it to, or rain here, but on Mount Fuji snow, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna get going, and you can look at the Vendée Globe. And then we'll see if there's snow on Mount Fuji one of those days. So take care, scoping down.